right. So now we're live. Welcome to the third batch of the Book Talk Marathon, which we're doing this whole month of May. So I'm your host and book curator, Cindy Wong. And yeah, once again, welcome to another Book Talk Marathon of 8 Letters Bookstore and Publishing. All right. So earlier today, half an hour ago, you just watched the launch of All the Broken Bloom by September Stardust. And this time, we're going to have the third batch of the Eight Circles collection author. So if you missed it, last month we actually launched 40 plus zines and books written by the 31 Letters authors themselves. All right, so just a few housekeeping before we get them on the stage, because I know you guys are excited to see the authors that we have for today. Just a little bit of information for the upcoming Philippine Book Fair, uh, 2 weeks later. Okay, it will be held at the World Trade Center from June 2 to June 4. So check out National Book Development Board's website, as well as the Philippine Book Fest website, where you can register in advance. Yeah, you have to do it before getting there. Okay, it's essential. And you can find us right in front of the food area. We are at the booth of the Indie Publishers Collab, booth T2 and T3. Wow, it's a miracle I can remember all these things. Okay, but anyway, anyway, let me get our dear authors on stage. Who do we have today? Okay, without hi everyone. Sorry, I'm getting you up on stage without warning. There you go. Hello, hello. We have
Hello.
Patricia, we have Thea, we have Janzi, we have CA Marie. All right, so later on we'll talk to them one by one, okay, para mabigyan natin ng spotlight ang kanilang mga gawa. Okay, so there you have it. I'm sure may mga hahabol pa, pero wait lang muna tayo. But yeah, thank you guys for coming and thank you for watching. Without further ado, let's proceed with our first author. So, ayan. Baba ko muna sila Thea, si A. Marie, and Janzi. The spotlight is now on you, Patricia. Nakamute ka lang. Just don't forget. So,
Hello.
hello. So,
Hi,
you've
Miss
written,
Cindy. Yes.
hello.
uh,
You've written
Ako yung
Solace.
audience before we start. Yes po.
Can you tell us more about the book, please?
Okay, so, um, Solace tells the story of a woman who works on her laptop when, suddenly, perhaps out of caution, she starts seeing swirls of blue dust. So, like, parang, she feels like she's somehow hallucinating. Ganon. So, parang ma-relieve niya yung self niya. She tries to stand and walk. Pero, nag-run yung foot niya sa table. And may hawak siya ng mug. So, she suddenly falls sa floor and nabasag yung mug. And then, after that, accidentally na-crack niya yung hand niya dun sa shard ng mug. So, what happens next is that, um, nag-blackout paligid niya. And then, when she wakes up, parang nag-start siya dun sa ano, parang napunta na siya, like, absurdly, sa isang quest na she was very confused kung bakit napunta siya dun sa quest na yun. And in that journey, um, meron siyang na-meet na dinosaur, or dinosaurs rather. And then,
Mhm.
these dinosaurs, they keep on they keep on convincing her na na she's the messiah or the savior of that world na later on later on na figure out niya na Solaria pala yung tawag ng place. Pero may doubt siya, like massive doubt, kasi parang she couldn't believe na how would it be possible for me to be a messiah of this world when it's literally the first time that I got here and I don't even know this place, like parang ganon. And then as she explores that world, as she explores Solaria, um may may parang dark secret siya na find out, which is na-reveal dun sa end. Pero I don't wanna spoil the readers
No,
kasi writing part. So,
there.
ayun.
Ayun, don't spoil us anymore. But yun,
Yeah.
babasahin ko lang yung, well, napaka-ikling blurb na tong Solace. Good news, I'm certain I'm still in front of my laptop. So, yeah, that was what's written at the back of the book. Why is it so important to mention that? What's behind those lines? Patricia, parang may issues lang ng konti sa microphone mo. Para I hope
Okay.
it works. I hope it works. Yan. So let's
Clear
let's
po ba
try one
yung
more
voice
time.
ko? Hello? Clear ba siya or
Clear,
medyo malabo?
clear
Baka
siya
sa
pero
signal
parang
ko.
nag-up and down. Oo. So let's try one more time. So why is it
Okay.
that at the back of the book it's written na, I'm certain I'm there.
Ayan.
Mm-mm.
Actually, ano po dapat siya, two-liner. Two-liner siya.
Mm-mm.
Like, hindi lang first line na yan. Kasi, yung first paragraph, chapter, yung entry number one ko, is, good news and bad news. So,
Mm-mm.
may mistake po kasi akong na, like,
Mm-mm.
I think may parang mistake, like, small mistake sa submission ko
Mm-mm.
kasi yung isang na part yung nalagay ko. Supposedly kasama rin yung budget. But anyway, for me, I think it's very important na ma-include siya sa book kasi parang parang yan yung kumbaga yung that would start, like that would mark the journey or
Mm-hmm.
the absurd and the surreal journey of the protagonist. So I think that's why it's very like essential
Mm-hmm.
in the book. Kaya yun yung in-include ko.
Oo, because a lot of the writers here dito sa 31 Letters collection, they've written either yun nga yung proses, collection of poetry, or collection of short stories. But why did you decide to write parang tipong a stand alone for the rest of the, like, for the whole
Um,
31 days?
well, personally po kasi, I really like, I'm really used to immersing myself talaga in creative writing. However, mas used ako na mag-write ng short story or stories compared sa poems. So, naisip ko na ano siya, gawin na lang siyang stand-alone, like parang short story, pero hahatiin ko siya, like every entry, kumbaga parang yun yung chapter nung yung magko-constitute nung chapters nung book. And may goal din po kasi akong sinet sa sarili ko before, like while
Mm-mm.
writing Solace.
Mm-mm.
I I promised myself na dapat ano siya, exactly 100 words lang
Mm.
every entry. So medyo
Okay.
restricting siya and challenging. And I remember when I was writing Solace po, it was ano, like almost the end of my first semester. So I had
Mm-mm.
to juggle it with the piles of schoolwork that I have that I had to work on. So
Mm-hmm.
medyo challenging pero ayun naman.
Mm-mm, mm-mm. So Patricia, this is not your first time to publish, correct? Or may have you published na rin in the past?
No po. Actually, it's my first time po kaya I'm very, very glad.
Mm-hmm.
Kasi
Mm-hmm.
I've been meaning for the public to see my work kasi for me, it means a lot to me kasi as a
Mm-hmm.
writer or as someone who values her written pieces very much, being able to share, what I'm able to write with the people, it's like sharing a piece of me. And that's why it's
Mm-hmm.
very, very important. And writing is ano, like, it's a form of catharsis to me. And whenever I write, I feel very cathartic kasi parang this is
Mm-hmm.
how I express myself. This is how I express my ideas and how I share my thoughts with people, especially if they're like, surreal thoughts. Kasi I
Mm-hmm.
really love surrealism, that genre. So
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
ano, super nase-thrill ako whenever nagka-come up ako sa idea na alam mo yun, medyo surreal siya and parang dreamlike. So, ayun
Mm-mm.
po.
Okay, so the genre of this book is, well, revolving around surrealism, tama ba? Bali yun
Yes
yung genre na
po.
to. And
Mm.
that'll be an exciting read for sure. Because ang usual, well, like who do you read when it comes to the surrealism genre?
Well, first ko pong um, na read na book na
Mm-hmm.
surrealistic siya and absurdist in a way was
Mm-mm.
si kay Franz Kafka, so The Metamorphosis.
Mm.
And if
Mm-mm.
it's a surrealist book naman, I really love Kobo Abe's works. So,
Oh.
my favorite book na ni-write ni Kobo Abe is The Secret Rendezvous. And Woman in the
Mm-mm.
Dunes is also great, pero for me, mas stand out po yung The Secret Rendezvous. It's a very surrealistic work. Like if you try to read
Mm-mm.
it po, you'd really get amazed like how the author executed the work.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yan. And that's very interesting and an interesting subject na rin. And maybe Eight Letters can publish more of that genre. So yun, stay tuned. And if you're into surrealism, Solace by Angelina Patricia Bondad is the read for you, is the perfect book for you. Okay, so Patricia, where can we follow you? And perhaps, o nga pala, bago tayo doon, pumunta doon sa stage na yan, is it possible that you read some excerpt for us para lang mabigyan tayo ng idea?
Um,
Mm.
okay.
Yan.
Yung first entry na lang po siguro kasi yung last
Sige,
I
sige.
cannot as much as I want to read the last entry, I couldn't. So I'll read entry number one. It's entitled Blackout. Ayan.
And
Um,
go.
this, I'm certain I'm still in front of my laptop. Body. This floating trails of dust before me, resembling those whirling masses in bands of the starry night, make me doubt my sanity. I stand on my feet as I poise my mug of coffee. Everything occurs in sheer celerity. My pinky toe runs into the table, which sends me crawling over the floor, curling up in pain. Simultaneously, the mug shatters, spilling the remaining beverage all over. I accidentally prop my hands against the shards. Blood begins oozing. Then, everything magically turns black. That's it. Oh my god, I think wala yung hello, Miss Sydney. Excuse po. Nawala yung signal ko po and
Ay,
nakamute
okay,
po pala
sorry.
kayo. Sorry po.
Oo
Nawala
nga
din po
pala,
yung
sorry.
signal ko.
Sorry, dami kong
Tuloy na ba yun?
sinabi.
Oh, okay lang po.
Okay,
Ay,
technical issues. Pareho pa tayong nagde-technical issues. But yan, once again, Patricia's book entitled Solace is now available on our website for only 240 pesos. Check out our shop,
uh,
8lettersbooks.com/shop. It will soon be available on Shopee para mabilis ang order na lang. And there you go, Patricia. Where can we find you?
Facebook account ko po. I have a Facebook account. Actually, dalawa sila. Isang personal and isang school account. Pero, mas ginagamit ko yung school account ko recently kasi very inactive na ako dun sa personal account ko. So, you could add or follow me sa school account ko, Patricia Solis. So, yung title nung book ko, ayun yung surname ko dun sa Facebook account ko. Yeah.
Thank you, Patricia Solis. So give her a follow, you guys. So thank you, Patricia. Thank you so much for gracing the show today, and please get a copy of Solis. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you rin po, Miss Cindy.
Thank you, Patricia. So, well, up next, up next, we have the author of Letters I Wrote Under the Moonlight. Okay, so this is Jans Glenn Lanozo or Janzi Boo. Hi, Janzi.
Hi ma'am, good afternoon po. Naririnig naman po ako ng malinaw? Okay.
Yes, yes, Marina. Yes, thank you so much. So Janzi, before I get your book up on the stage again, para pakita ko na rin yung book cover, just want to read yung description na nakalagay dito. Even we are just a particle in this enormous galaxy, like stars in the sky, we flicker even for just a moment in this vast universe, seemingly like dot beyond we matter. Okay, let me put that on stage. So Janzi, can you tell us more about Letters I Wrote Under the Moonlight? And
Hi, good afternoon po. So, actually, literally, the title, it, nung January po kasi ito, 'di ba, yung challenge. So, uh, tinry ko siya, yung challenge na yun, last January. And, medyo hindi kasi ganun ka-healthy yung sleeping habit ko. So, time to time nagigising ako in the middle of the night, sa pagtulog ko gano'n. And, do'n ko po naisipang siyempre magsulat, kasi nag-o-overflow yung thoughts ganyan sa mind. So, I have a notepad on my phone and sinusulat ko po siya doon. And January kasi, 'yun yung isa sa mga na-experience ko yung downfall 'no, in my life. So, siguro yun din yung naging dahilan kung bakit paputol-putol yung tulog ko, ganyan. And siyempre dahil nga downfall yun, maraming thoughts na nag-o-overflow sa mind ko. So, siyempre isang kuha lang yung phone, sa ano, between sleep. So, dun ko po siya naisulat. So, that's literally the meaning of, the title of my book. So,
mhm,
ayun po.
there. So dahil hindi ka makatulog. Okay, buti nakatulog naman yung
Yeah.
31 letters challenge sa'yo. But
Yes po.
Jancy, this is actually not the first book that you've published, right? Parang, if I'm not mistaken, you've published before?
Yes po, last year lang po actually and
Mm-hmm.
actually, very grateful na the following year agad 'no, January
Mm-mm.
agad, may blessing agad din na ayun, kayo po
Mm-mm.
for 8 letters. So, yes po, I had a published book
Mm-hmm.
last April 2022. So, yun po.
Yun, pero that is also a poetry book, no?
Yes po, for
Mm-hmm.
now, I am a poetry writer, a poet writer.
Mm-hmm.
So, dun pa lang po ako nag-i-specialize sa ngayon.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully, in the future, I could try novels or short
Mm-hmm.
stories.
Mm-hmm. There. So, okay, so that's good to know kasi usually naman talaga like I think it's good that you published two books 2 years in a row and poetry din siya. Um, and of course, we're also looking forward to your novels and kung meron mang short stories in the future. But tell us more about like what inspired you to be a poet. Like how did you get into this journey na parang okay, easy na lang for you to write poems um or ganun ba? Ganun ba yung feeling na mas madaling magsulat ng tula eh. So like, okay, maybe I'll stick with this or ano ba? Like, how did you get into being a poet yourself?
Okay, so, I'm always been a reader po eh. Reader po talaga ako. Hindi pa ako nakapag-try magsulat. So, nakapag-try lang ako magsulat last pandemic. So, lahat naman po tayo, ano eh, medyo flow in agony, in sadness that time ng pandemic, lalo na isolation po 'yun. So,
Mhm.
dun ko na-try magsulat. Siyempre po na-influence din ng ano, pagiging reader, pero, ah, reader po talaga ako, and
Mm.
recently lang po ako naging writer. The one that inspired me is the author April Avery. She's from Wattpad, but she's a
Mhm.
fantasy writer, and also uh, she's also writing poetry.
Mhm.
So nung pandemic po, no, and years before, talagang reader lang po ako. And then
Mhm.
I tried to write poetry kasi ano po eh, 'di ba, most likely yung mga poetry process, ano
Mhm.
talaga siya, more on mga reality experiences, mga
Mhm.
everyday ano, nature ganyan, inspiring ng, mga nangyayari sa buhay mo, gano'n. So, dun ako nag-start, okey po,
Mm.
Miss Cindy. And then,
Mhm.
until then, tinuloy-tuloy ko na siya, nagustuhan ko na siya, and then one time, napaisip ako na, what if i-compile ko 'to, meron kayang
Mhm.
interested, gano'n. And,
Mm.
thankfully naman yung mga friends ko and yung family ko supportive naman sila sa'kin. So,
Mm.
ayun, naging success naman po siya. Actually, these 31 letters medyo, parang umaayaw-ayaw po ako na i-take yung challenge kasi ano, I write as a hobby,
Mhm.
and grateful ako na nagiging successful siya ngayon, na medyo umaangat siya ng konti ganyan, medyo, nagiging okey naman yung mga content ko sa Facebook page ko, Instagram page. So, nakakatuwa lang po
Mhm.
na
Yeah.
gano'n siya.
Ang galing. Yeah, so that's the usual na journey because of the support of families and friends, yung community mo. Um we as independent writers, doon talaga tayo nagta-thrive and sa kanila tayo kumukuha um ng motivation or the trust and eh, because they motivate us na parang, okay, because of their words, we're able to do such things. Kasi parang alam natin na may susuporta ng gawa natin. That's very good to hear. So, Janzi, perhaps you can read an excerpt para malaman naman natin o mabigyan kami ng idea, what's going to be the content of the book.
Alright po. So, this entry entitled "Flowers in All Forms." It's just wholesome how we admire flowers whenever we see them. In downtown, 2 blocks street from here, or in our neighborhood. In someone's garden, or from someone's hand gripping them. We stare at the flowers as if we are fascinated by them. We find them stunning in any form, in any color, in any petals and structure, blossom or might withered. We still see them astonishing as they are. Roses, dahlia, anthurium, dandelions, daffodil, we perceive them as delicate and elegant. Kind of heartwarming if someone sees us as a flower, a lovely and romantic. And it's completely fine if that someone is us, ourselves. So again, that entitled Flowers in All Forms.
Ayun. Thank you, Jancy. So that's only 240 pesos on our website, 8lettersbooks.com/shop. So 240 pesos. It will also be available on Shopee and on Lazada. Thank you, Jancy. So where can we find you? Where can we follow you?
All right. So
Mm-hmm.
I have my personal Facebook account. So ito yun mismo, yung name ko
Mm-hmm.
dyan, Jan Zipu. And then you can follow my content, my writings, my book updates, and my Facebook page, Solace in Melancholia. Melancholia. Solace in Melancholia. So that's the name of my Facebook and Instagram page. You can follow it po. So thank you.
Thank you, Jancy. I really love the way how you present yourself. You're very
Oh,
professional. Yeah,
thank you.
yeah, author branding yan. Okay. Yes, thank you, Jancy. Okay.
Thank you, Ma'am Cindy.
Thank you. All right. So, yeah, that's Very interesting. Thank you, Gen Z. Okay, so up next, this is also like one of my favorite collections out of the 31 letters authors. Okay, sabi ko nga nag-produce kami like 40 plus na books. One of my favorites, okay, I'll call her up now. She wrote Day by Day Cafe. Thea, are you here? Hello.
Hi. Hi.
Hi. There you go. So pakita ko lang muna
Hi,
like
Cindy.
the Day by Day Cafe there. Ayan. It's 250 pesos. It's a prose and poetry book. Okay. Actually not poetry kasi it's more on proses, 'di ba? Can you
Yeah, it's more on song.
tell us more about what's inside the book?
Okay, so I already have the hard copy here. Thank you for the delivery. So, kita ba siya? Ah,
Ayan. May nagbo-blur lang
medyo
ng
malabo,
konti.
nagbo-blur. So,
Oo.
ayun. So, it's so pretty, like maganda yung quality nung cover and nung pages. So, Day by Day Cafe, so first is yung title niya. So, Day by Day is, 31 letters challenge kasi to, no? So, every day, nag-write ng one entry. So, kaya doon galing yung day by day. Then, cafe is, foodie kasi ako. So, I also have a Instagram for food. So, ayun. So, nag-combine yung dalawa kong hobbies like writing and food. So, ang result is yung book na Day by Day Cafe. And if you notice, yung mga chapters, so I call it chapters or yung entries ng book is, ang title niya ay mga food or drinks like chocolate tablea, double shot espresso, then other foods. Then every now and then merong mga haiku. So mga pepper, salt, mga seasoning naman. So lahat ng title is food related siya. So the genre is slice of life. So like yung everyday lang talaga na nangyayari sa buhay ng tao. Like not necessarily sa akin, not necessarily sa mga nakikita ko sa ibang tao, or actually more on sa lahat siguro kasi yung mga experience naman natin is universal naman siya. So I think everybody experiences yung mga nangyayari sa book. Parang may ma-experience yung mga tao na katulad nun na nandito sa book. Yun.
Oo, ayan. Yun. And also, yeah, you can also see the book cover here. It's so pretty. Sariling bangka. Okay.
Yes.
It's so nice, so nice. But this is your concept, Day by Day Cafe. And also, I also want to mention, because it's worth mentioning, it you actually, this is not the first book with 8 letters. You also
Yes.
have written a short story sa mitolohiya
Yeah.
namin
Yes.
na series yon.
Mm-mm.
So but that one is fantasy and this one is process. Yun nga, yung slice of life, everyday life. Can you tell us like what is the genre you're maybe most likely to stick with, or do you see yourself as sticking to one genre lang in the future, or are you the type of writer na like okay lang, well, like whatever comes into your head you'll just write them down?
Actually, I'm still exploring. So, maganda nga
Mm-hmm.
yung sa 8 letters na may contest na, like yung sa Mythologia PH, nag-try ako ng fantasy. Then this one, like, medyo matagal ko nang gustong mag-write ng slice of life. Pero parang wala akong parang sense of commitment or motivation. Kasi since
Mm-mm.
my actual job is not writing, so I just write on my free time. So, ito yung parang nagpa-commit sa akin to actually write something in this genre. And ayun nga,
Mm-hmm.
effective naman siya, and yes, nakuha din siya for
Yeah.
publishing.
Yun. Actually, marami din namang, maraming pinasa sa amin, maraming nakatapos, but we filter them kung ano yung, of course, we have to publish the publishable. Yun lang yung pwede. And yeah, I'm so happy. That means you can write a fantasy story and then you can also write the slice of life process. So that makes you a versatile writer. Parang kaya mo
Thank
naman,
you.
no? So
Thank
maybe next
you.
time, yeah, let's see what's next. Maybe that will be the genre that you'll stick with. But I mean, it's not necessary na mag-stick ka sa genre na yon. Ayan. Oh, ayan. Kilala ko to. May nag-comment dito. Si Chelsea. Chelsea, I like how this is
Hi.
written. Hindi nakakasawa. Hi, Chelsea. Thank you so much.
Hi.
Ayun. Thank you sa mga nagko-comment din. Ayan. I-shoutout niyo yung favorite author niyo, please. But yes, Chelsea is also one of our dear friends. Thank you,
Mm.
Chelsea, and it's good to have supporters then, like Chelsea. Um, so perhaps can you provide us, or maybe you can read an excerpt para lang ma-feel nila ano ba yung
Mm.
pinagsasabi mo na slice of life.
Oh, okay.
Oo, oo.
Siguro yung
Oo.
first na lang. So, ang ano kasi niya is,
Mm-mm.
although in chapter siya, as a
Mm-mm.
whole, it also
Mm-mm.
makes a story. So, ayan. So, start na lang sa start para walang spoilers. So, ayan. The first chapter, Day 1, Chocolate Tablea. Steadily opening her eyes, she saw skies tinted daybreak blue. It's not bright enough yet. Eyelids dropped and she continued sleeping. It's the first day of 2023 and Callista's last day of vacation. Tomorrow is still a holiday, but she's taking the morning shift at the cafe she's part-timing at. Currently in between jobs, 25-year-old Cal decided to help out at their family's cafe. She'll be having daily shifts this month. The thing about Cal is things linger in her mind. She is well aware that today is the last day that she can spend the whole day to herself. Eyebrows scrunched while eyes were still closed, tossing and turning on the bed, left and right, deciding whether to sleep in or start the day and get things done. The latter one. Hands up, stretch, and she's out of bed. Another thing about Cal is, once she decides to do something, she does it. She believed that she would be able to find a better job if she focused on job applications without the weight of her responsibilities at work. At the same time, she could take training to learn new skills. So she resigned from her office job 3 months ago to do that. Or maybe she resigned just because she wanted a break from the corporate environment. Her parents and two siblings all either have an office job or small business, so she relied on them for a while. She is aware of her privilege and wants to make the most out of it. Well, she realized that visualizing something is different from actually making it happen, and now she needs to earn for her daily expenses. Without knowledge of brewing coffee, her tasks in the cafe rotate around manning the cash register, cleaning tables, washing plates, and recording inventory. No coffee brewing tasks. But there's a drink she's most confident in making, a deliciously thick chocolate tablea drink. Making her way into the kitchen while everyone else was still asleep, she dropped 3 round tableas in the pot of water over the stove. There's a mild fruity scent to the tablea as it thickens in the boiling water. All the natural fat of the cocoa was evident in the mixture as she poured it onto her mug. Several light clinks echoed in the silent household as the teaspoon hit the ceramic mug when she stirred in the muscovado sugar. On some days, she adds a splash of milk. Today, she felt like having her chocolate this way. After all, it's the first day, or rather, the last day. So yeah, so that's the first entry, Chocolate
Mm.
Tablea. So it's medyo mahaba ng konti. Pero ayan, yeah.
I like the way that you also describe the food na yung kasi 'di ba bawat day entry meron siyang
Mm.
theme or let's
Yeah,
say
yeah.
yung type of yung food mismo.
Yeah.
um I'm trying to ano I'm trying to recall like what are the others, like there's tablea, there's
Uh,
also you did mention
Coffee,
sort may
matcha,
coffee din, matcha, ayun may
oo,
matcha din.
Thai
Oo,
food
and may
din.
oo,
Pasta,
may
cafe food.
pasta. Oo, well basically cafe food. And reading just the first entry, it's something that I close to my heart because I was running a cafe before, and sabi ko ay
Mm.
ito gusto ko tong unahin, day by day cafe. Well, to be honest, and people may think na it's all fun, it's all like simple task lang, but there's a lot going on in running a cafe. It's very complicated. Like people would say, okay, you just put in the let's say the tablea and all that, but there's some sort of chemistry formula to make it perfect. But yon, thank you, Thea, for that. By
Thank
the way,
you.
it's only 250 pesos, day by day cafe. You can get it on our website, Shopee, and in Lazada. Ayan, ayan, ayan. Umaano na.
Blurred.
Teka,
Ayan, ayan, ayan.
boom.
Ayan, yan, yan.
One more time.
Ayan.
Ayan,
Ayan,
ayan.
ayan.
Ayan, di ba? Yan yung
So
quality.
pretty, oh. Wait,
It's so
nag-blur.
pretty.
Yeah,
Oo. There you go. Lahat ng
yeah.
31 letters natin, it's printed in cream paper, um, and matte cover siya. There. Yun. Ang ganda. Ah, I love it. Um, okay. Perhaps, can you tell us what's next for Thea? Like, what's the next genre that more likely you'll be writing? Mm.
So I'm actually thinking of well, either of the two. So I sort of want to continue the fantasy one I wrote, yung sa mythologia, but medyo wala pa akong idea kung ano yung mangyayari next. So yung ending doon sa short story, hanggang doon pa lang talaga yung naisip ko. And for this one, maybe I'll also like continue like part 2 of this, or maybe another group of people. Pero baka medyo slice of life din, medyo ganito rin. Pero let's see, either of the two. Maybe romance, I don't know. Let's see.
Oo, ayan. Nag-comment din si Alicia. She said, yeah, calming at nakakagutom. Yeah, I totally agree with you. Totally agree.
Thank you.
Yeah, parang this is the perfect read for you if you're at the cafe and some leisurely read. But yes, thank you so much, Thea. Thank you
Yes,
for
thank
sharing
you.
your words. Yeah, day by day cafe for only 250 pesos. Although nakikita niyo yung mga entries online kasi they were posted last January, it's still a nice way to read, something that you can hold in your hands.
Yes.
Oo, there
Iba
you
pa
go.
rin talaga.
Iba pa rin, iba pa rin. Ayan,
Yes.
parang ano yun parang paggawa ng kape. Um, Sometimes you don't want the ones na capsule lang, yung
Mm.
espresso. You
Mm-mm.
want something na, handmade.
Mm-mm.
I'm not sure if I'm using
Yes.
the right metaphor, but
Oo.
yeah, you get the idea, di ba?
Yes.
Yan. Yan. There you go. Thank you so much, Taya. Where
Thank
can we
you.
find you, by the way?
I have a Facebook page, same name nung ginawa ko siya for the book.
Mm.
So, Day by Day Cafe yung Facebook page. Then, like,
Mm.
sa Instagram yung food, kita kaya to? Like, I have an Instagram for food. Kita ba or no?
Oh,
Ayan. So,
sige, try
Instagram for
natin.
food. Hindi kita eh. So, it's the Gastronomer's Diary. So, that's the, ayawin, naka-blur kasi yung ano ko. So, ayun. So, the Gastronomer's Diary for the food. Yeah. Instagram. So, also Facebook page. So, yeah. I initially had a food blog din kasi. So, yeah. So, kaya food-related din yung book.
Yan, may apologies.
Hi.
Yan, may apologies. But yes, there you go. Yun. Sorry, can you tell us more about that Instagram page? Ano ba
Oh,
yan?
so, ano siya, food blog siya. So, more like photos lang talaga ng food. So, before kasi nag-write din ako ng like full-length entry, pero parang due to that time, nag-switch ako to Instagram. So, photos and short caption na lang siya.
Ayan, I have to check
Yes.
that out. Yan, para ma-inspire akong kumain. Ayun. Thank you so much, Thea.
Thank you.
Thank
Thank you so
you.
much din. Thank you.
All right. Bye. Okay, so up next, okay, nawala siya bigla. Yung susunod sana is si Francisco Pineda of Races and Faces of a Sadness-Ridden Mind. But perhaps we can skip muna. We'll go with Tales from the Trail. Tales from the Trail by C.A. Marie. Hi, Marie. How are you?
Hello, I'm good. Thank you. Kumusta? Thank you for having me, Miss Cindy.
Thank you po, Miss Marie. So, let's talk about Tales from the Trail. Ito yung isa sa mga nakita ko rin na compilation. Medyo mas makapal siya from the usual like 31 letters collection, but sobrang siksik ng mga short stories na nandito. But can you tell us what is it all about? Tales from the Trail.
Yes. So, mahilig kasi kang umakyat ng bundok. So, marami akong nakikilalang mga climbers, mga mountaineers. So, I thought, since writer din ako, why not write about these people? It's not necessarily na yung mga kwento ko, ang setting ay sa bundok, but also, yung mga kwento nila na kinikwento during, like, sa campfire, kapag, alam mo na, nagkakwentuhan sa gabi, kapag nag-overnight camping, ganyan. Marami sila mga kinakwento and naisip ko na before na why not, write short stories about them or create stories about, their experiences. So, eto yon. Kaso lang nga, fictionalized siya kasi syempre ayaw naman din nating makilala sila or ma-identify. So, medyo fictionalized lang. Ayun.
There. Have you got your copy? I'm just curious po kung nakuha nyo na.
Actually, not yet. Pero,
Not yet.
super nakikita ko na sa mga friends ko. Yung mga friends ko, they already have a copy. Tapos, first time ko pang nakita sa iba. O, diba? Thank you, friends.
Thank you for the support. Ayan, it's only 350 pesos as you can see here. Like the Day by Day Cafe, meron siyang, it's in cream paper and matte cover. So, it's a thick cream paper then. So, I'm sure the reading experience will be something. And also with the content itself. So Tales from the Trail. So I believe Miss Marie, you're a hiker. You like to hike. You're an enthusiast.
Yes.
Mm-mm.
Yes, I am. Ayun,
How
first of all
often?
pala, Miss Cindy, no?
Yes
Ay,
po.
sorry. Go.
Go ahead.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you pala kasi syempre this is a product of the 31 Letters Challenge in January. So, syempre sumali lang tayo, come out of the blue and then napili niyo rin yung collection. So, thank you so much. And then nakakagulat din kasi ang ganda rin talaga ng libro. Like when I first saw it from my friends nga, parang, ang ganda pala nito. Is this real? Parang, ang galing. Thank you, Ka. Thank you for that. Pero yes, to your question, yes, I am a hiker. Ayun. Since
Yun, like,
2015.
how often do you hike? Kasi parang nag-try tayo mag-schedule ng book lunch. Book talk. And then, parang nakita ko sa like one of the responses na, okay, you're supposed to be hiking on that day. Like, how often do you go hiking?
Depende yun. Before the pandemic, almost every month, at least one per month. Pero after the pandemic, depende yun kung merong mga makakasama. So, minsan merong once a month, merong twice a month. So, depende yun. For this month, yung nakaraan, nagkaroon din ng hike. Pero ano lang yun, very chill. Pero regularly, definitely. Kasi parang, it's also just like writing, no? Although parang magkaiba sila, writing and hiking, they are both very different. Yung isa nakaupo, yung isa nag-hiking. Pero for me, they're both a form of meditation for me. So napaka-importante sa akin, not just writing, but also hiking. So yun.
Okay, so writing and hiking all together. I think this is the first time that I'm seeing this combination, right? Na a hiker and nagsusulat din. Kasi usually, yun nga, pag nag-hike ka, pagod ka na, and paano ka pa nakakapagsulat? I think that's my next question. Like, why? How is your process upon writing Tales from the Trail? Ano ba, like, during your hikes ba to, na nabubuo na sa isip mo? Or, like, how is it like?
Yeah. So, yun nga, may mga nakikilala ako sa hiking ko, and then yung idea, it just forms in my mind, para bang, parang okay to gawa ng kwento. So, habang nag-hike, syempre, hindi naman, may mga, gumagawa ko ng mga notes, but not always. Sometimes, nasa utak ko lang, and then nare-retain ko lang naman siya. But once I get home, ayun nga, nagsusulat na ako. It's usually in my journal, the people that I meet. Siguro, if people can check my journal, makikita nila doon kung sino-sino yung mga pinagsusulat ko doon na, eto yung note, this is what happened, this is what they talked about. Ganun yung process. And then, yung sa 31 letters, kakaiba kasi, hindi naman talaga ako everyday nagsusulat. Pero nung sa 31 letters ng January, every single day, napilitan akong magsulat. So, every morning, first thing in the morning, yun yung ginagawa ko. I wrote down kung ano yung mga naiisip kong kwento. And then, pagkagabi, di ba, or pagkahapon, pinopost. So, yun lang, hiking, and then later on, pagdating sa bahay, nagsusulat. So, that's really just the process. Yeah.
Ayun. And also, I think this is a good time to mention that your book was one of our bestsellers last month.
Oh, wow. Thank
Yay!
you.
Daming
Thank you.
nag-orders. Thank you. Thank you sa supportive friends and family. Yun.
Thank
And
you.
it's surprisingly because you're a first-time writer. This is the first time you published po ba? Or you've published in the past?
I have published actually in the past under a different pen name. Pero hindi ko na i-mention
Ah.
because those were the days. Let's just say na back in the day, 2013, nag-publish ako ng novel. Ito yung uso pa yung mga 50 Shades of Grey-ish na genre. And then I
Oo.
was part of a group of writers na naglabas ng anthology, naglabas ng collection na
Mm-mm.
ganun. So, it's not something that I really want to go back to. So, hindi ko na siya minimension. Actually, I took it from the market. Tinanggal ko siya sa market, yung librong yun.
Ay.
So, this is like, yeah. Kasi
Now
this is
I'm
a fresh
curious.
start. Parang I don't wanna go back to that. Although pwede naman, hindi ko naman exactly kinakahiya. Pero I just want a fresh start. Sumali lang ako doon for the sake na, alam mo yun, makakapag-publish, makakapagsulat. But then again,
Mm.
siguro in some way, parang na-imbibe ko na yung natutunan ko doon sa adult romance. Kasi I don't know if you've seen, pero one of the short stories dyan sa Tales from the Trail has, parang may heat element. So,
Mm-mm.
naisama ko
Mm-mm.
siya doon. Yun.
Wow,
Pero yes, I have been published before. Yun.
Sa ibang genre lang. Okay, but what's
Yes.
the genre of Tales from the Trail aside from short
Um,
stories?
so we
Mm-hmm.
So we have a whole set of marami tayong genre na
Mm-mm.
well I experimented with a lot of genre. So meron tayong horror, meron tayong mystery, meron tayong thriller, meron tayong action. Kasi yun nga yung 31 Letters Challenge was a way for me to figure out kung kaya ko ba, like can
Mm-mm.
I do something like horror or mystery or suspense. And so, naghalo-halo siya. Pero if you were to ask me sa susunod, kung magsusulat ako ng novel ko talaga, again, I think I would really like to write yung mystery or suspense, thriller. Yun naman kasi talaga yung genre ko, not
Mm-mm.
anything else. So, 31 letters, yung mga short stories ko dito, it really was just an experiment. And I think siguro naman naging successful naman somehow.
It is successful, and with that, I am looking forward to you reading an excerpt. If you're able, meron po ba kayong copy dyan somehow para
Yeah,
mabigyan naman
sure,
natin
sure.
ng idea what's the content all about. Ayan.
Okay, sure. Thank
Mm-mm.
you. Ayan. So, this is from the first short story entitled Evening Gown. Evelyn tried to grasp at anything that protruded, but gravity only served to catapult her downward. She rolled head over feet for a long time until her body came to an abrupt halt. She looked behind her. A boulder had risen up out of the ground, breaking her downward roll. She looked up. She could no longer see the moving lights from her friend's headlamps, not even Dave's. She twisted her body to grasp at the boulder. She tried to stand back up, but as she did so, her headlamp illuminated the boulder's surface. Something made her squint and look closely. On it were markings, obviously scratched. Evelyn frowned. Are those Japanese characters? Again, she tried to hoist herself up on her feet. That was when she heard a low rumble. Without warning, the earth gave way from underneath her. Evelyn screamed as she fell to empty space and then landed with a thud. Or was that a clamp? For sure, she heard a lot of jingling as if 1,000 little metal objects lay beneath her, breaking her fall. So, ayan na muna. Bitin. So, yun. Thank you.
Ayun, biten, biten. Pero, yes, they have to buy the book. They have to buy the book para mabasa talaga nila kung ano yung entire content. But it's only 350 pesos. And sabi ko nga, malaman to. It's a thick, well, not very thick, pero thick booklet in a way. Yun,
Yes.
yun. I'm sure
Yeah.
you'll
Thank
enjoy
you.
the rest of the stories here. Miss Marie, written by Miss Marie. So, saan ka namin pwedeng i-follow? Like, can we have a glimpse of where you would hike? Or,
Oh,
saan
yes.
ka nag-hike? Ayan. Baka
Yeah.
ma-stalk
So,
naman 'to, oo.
sa Instagram, you can follow me at this is TA Marie. Lahat ng mga hiking related ko dun sa Instagram. And then for my writing sa Twitter naman, also at this is CA Marie. Pero you can also, or they can also follow me sa personal account ko, also CA Marie. Ayun. So just follow me, I'll follow back. Thank you. Parang
Nakita
naka-mute ata kayo,
sorry, sorry.
Tracy. Ayun.
Sorry, ayan. Nakita ko nga,
Sorry,
ayan,
sorry.
nag-greet din si Aldrin Pentero. Congrats, CA.
Hi,
Proud of you.
Aldrin.
Thank you,
Thank
Aldrin.
you.
Wow, it's a small world. Ang dami ko nakikita nagko-comment dito na, friends of friends and yung mga nag-publish na rin before.
Yeah.
It's so
Yeah.
interesting to have this network of writers working all together, helping each other out, supporting each other out. And then that's what Eight Letters is all about. That's yun lang masasabi ko. Thank you, Miss A. Marie. Ayan. Ayan. Thank you
Yes.
so much. And looking
Thank
forward to your
you.
next book. And by the way, I just have to commend you with the type of writing that we've seen here in Tales from the Trail. It's not it's paano ba? Paano ko ba sabihin? Sa sinabi mo kanina, ito lang yung second book mo, but
Yeah.
yun nga, it's an amazing read, and hindi siya basta-basta. So yun,
Thank
it's worth the
you.
350 pesos. Thank you, Miss
Thank you
Marie.
so much.
All right.
Bye.
So now let's head to the next author that we have. The next one on my list is Francisco Pineda. I just want to make sure you're ready, Francisco. Ayan, nakamute ka.
Hello, Ma'am Cindy. Hello.
Hello, hello.
Am
How
I
are
audible
you?
ba? Am I audible ba? Hello, I'm okay.
Oo.
Um,
Ayun.
sorry,
Yun.
this
So,
is a
by the way,
stop set up lang.
okay lang po. I just want to share muna yung libro mo. It's entitled Phrases and Faces of a Sadness-Ridden Mind. Hi! Okay lang. No, we welcome yung mga audience natin.
Hello, brother.
Yeah, so this is the book. It's 230 pesos. How did you get into this? How did you get by sa challenge ng 31 letters? Yun. Hello, Francis? Can you hear us? Ayan, baka nag-lag lang.
Actually, funny story because previously before this, the year before, 2022, I actually sat
Oh no, nagkaka-technical problems. I'm so sorry, Francisco. Nagkaka-technical issues and medyo naglalag
challenge.
talaga siya. Okay, wait natin hanggang maayos yung internet. Ayan, Francisco, I'm so sorry but you are having technical issues. Yung internet connection yun nga naglalag. Hello, Francisco. Oh, I would love to hear this story. Hello? Ayan, nawala talaga.
Quiet up for quiet. Refresh po ko.
Ayan, tingnan natin kung makakabalik ba si Francisco. But I just want to showcase the title here, the cover, Phrases and Faces of a Sadness-Ridden Mind. And by the way, the book cover, this is actually designed by the author himself. Francisco, I hope you can come back. And then perhaps we can, pwede nating balikan tong libro mo. Okay. Okay, hintayin muna natin siya. Oh, but anyway, siguro we can skip muna phrases and faces. Maya, I just want to check if you're ready. Yan. Maya, hello. Ayan, there you go. Hi, hi, hi. Ayan, hi Maya. How are you?
Ito po, okay naman po. Nasa labas po ako ng bahay, nasa milk tea shop po. Baka po may makarinig po ng, baka po may marinig po kayo na konting ano, ingay po, background po. Sorry po.
That's okay. That's okay. But I have seen how you are actively promoting Nangunguli Lang Hardin. And by the way, this is not the first book. This is not your first
Yes
book
po.
published via 8 letters, because you also published before, traditionally, Ang Babaeng Hindi Mahilig sa Rosas. And this time you have Nangunguli Lang Hardin. Wow, I think your works, your written works, is revolving around a particular subject, which is about, paano ba? It's about gardens. No? Tama ba?
Yes po, pati rin po sa first ever novel ko po. Hardin din pero rosas ang finokus ko naman po dun.
Oo. Can you tell us more about this, Nangunguli Lang Hardin? Tungkol saan ba yung nakapaloob dito?
Nangunguli lang hardin, ang ginawa ko po dun is magkahalo po yung content nito which are 100 word na reflection and at the same time yung mga tula at in different style of poems or mostly na poems po na ginamit ko po dyan ay freestyle
Mm-mm.
para na-express ko po talaga yung kung ano yung nararamdaman ng hangin, kung ano yung na-observe ng hangin doon sa nangunguli lang hardin po. So, yung hardin is parang representation na as society or kung ano man
Mm-mm.
yung or the nature ng isang individual at yung hangin is a representation of an individual kung saan nagkakaroon siya ng different perspective regarding to sa na-observe niya. At kung sa
Mm-mm.
isang ordinaryong individual, kung nakikita sa hardin, yung mga bulaklak, mga damo, yung mga bato is such ano lang po, living things na
Mm-mm.
malayang namumuhay. Pero sa isang individual na nagkakaroon ng appreciation sa nature, nadadagdagan or nagkakaroon ng another perspective, which
Mm-mm.
is yung paano gumalaw yung mga bulaklak every time may hangin na nanggagaling from different direction, and then mga ganun po. Yung araw-araw na pamumuhay ng mga tumutubo dun sa hardin ko ng mga santan, mga ganun. Yun po yung mga madalas ko na mention ko po dun, yung mga nara, yung akasya, and then yung alitap-tap,
Mm-mm.
nilagay ko rin po dun. Mga ganun po.
Mm-mm. Oo. Wow. That's very, very interesting. And nahirapan ka ba somehow, or did you have any struggles sa pagsusulat dito for the 31 letters challenge?
Actually, may part doon na parang 50-50 po. May time po na
Mm-mm.
may parang pag may napasok sa akin na idea po na gagawan ko po na kunwari, ito today kailangan 100 word reflection ang gagawin ko. And then
Mm-mm.
kinabukasan another poem naman or 1 week na straight talaga na 100 word reflection. Challenging kasi araw-araw nagsusulat at the same time nakakatuwa kasi yung parang nagagamit ko itong 31 letters challenge na to as practice na rin po kung nag-improve po ba yung writing skills ko or kung may idea pa ba ako na pwede ko pa siyang i-share through
Mm-mm.
kung sakaling ma-publish tong booklet na to, mga ganun po.
Mm-mm. Mm-mm. Yes, kasi yun nga, this is not your first book anymore, and nandoon yung part na medyo nagiging cautious na rin tayo, like we want this book or this collection to be successful, so that's why nandoon din yung kailangan din pinag-isipan din yung mga sinusulat doon. So, yeah, we're so proud of you, Maya, because this is the second book with 8 letters na, and
Thank you po.
it just shows your dedication as a writer. So perhaps you can read an excerpt para naman magkaroon kami ng idea. Ano ba yung because it's 250 pesos and it's, of course, it's screen paper, but what about the content? Like if I am standing at the bookstore right now, okay, and I'm holding this book, please provide us with an idea by reading an excerpt.
Sige po, magbabasa po ako ng isang tula, sample po. Ito po, Harangan ang matataas na daluyong. Ito yung title. Ang daluyong ay minsang kumakaripas sa pag-ikot hanggang naaabot ang balat ng alapaap at ang ulay umaatras at nagtatago sa malungkot na baghari. Naging anino ang mga patak, hindi bumabagsak at nananatiling kumakapit sa mga sanga ng baghari. Nihintay ang kalmadong wangis ng daluyong, nabababa at sasayad sa malawak na buhangin. Sapat ng harangan ng baghari ang pabalikwas na matataas na daluyong upang hindi maabot ang bituing nalulungkot habang naglalakad ang liwanag sa malayo. Mga ganun po.
Wow, okay. Pwede bang isa pa? Medyo nabitin lang ako ng konti doon.
Sige po,
Sige, isa pa.
hanap po ako ng isa pa po. Ito naman po ay 100 word reflection. Ang pamagat ay Mga Rosa sa Daan. Nakahali ng pagmasdan ng mga rosa sa hardin. Kakulay nito ng bagharing nagpapakita sa mga alapaap pagkatapos ng ilang araw ng pag-ulan sa kalupaan. Ang bawat kulay nito ay may sariling kahulugang sumasalamin sa ating sariling galaw at pagkakakilanlan. Kung hahaplusin natin ang mga talulot, nararamdaman natin ang lamig tulot ng hamog o klimang nararanasan. Sa kabila ng nasabing lamig ay may tinik na taglay pa rin ang mga sanga, maging ang malaking dahong malapit sa mga ugat. Nagkakaroon tayo ng pag-alinlangan sa ating mga sarili sa tuwing may plano tayong pitasin ng mga oportunidad na matatagpuan sa bawat sulok ng daan. Ayun po.
Ganda. Maraming salamat, Maya. Ayan.
Thank you
I
po.
hope, talaga namang you are sticking to your name, Maya, and yung mga ngatha, the word mga ngatha. Actually, Maya Morenang mga ngatha nga eh.
Yes po, mahaba po.
Yung buong pangalan, Maya Morenang mga ngatha. Wow. Okay. Kasi I don't think I was the one who interviewed you last time for your other book. Pwede bang
Hindi mo Crisel po yung nag-interview sa akin last time.
Oo, si Criselda, no? So, perhaps natanong niyo na to, but gusto ko na rin din malaman. Maya Morenang mga ngatha, like what is behind that pen name?
Yung napili ko pong pen name na to is Maya Mangangatha. Nung una kasi is binibining manunulat ko sana. Kaso, yung isa sa mga best friend ko nagsabi na baka hindi ka ma-identify as binibining manunulat kasi it's very common name na daw po. So, yung naisip ko pong first name na Maya because na-observe ko lang po habang nagsisimba ako na may mga ibon na Maya po na malayang gumagala sa sa harap sa may simbahan. At the same time, pag lumalabas ako ng simbahan, ang malaya lang sila doon na madapo doon sa floor, sa mga mabababang puno. So, yun ang inaisip kong pangalan. At the same time, cute size na katulad ko rin na cute size po ako. And then, yung kulay din ng sparrow na to is morena, yung mayang simbahan. So, katulad din po ng complexion ko po. Kasi yung mga ngata is galing yun sa idea ng isa sa mga best friend ko po na instead of Maya manunulat, Maya mangangatha po kasi pag mangangatha daw po is parang relevant with mas focus sa pagsusulat ng poems po, mga ganun po.
Ayun, okay. So Maya, saan ka naman namin makikita? Saan ka namin pwedeng i-follow?
I have 3 accounts po. Yung personal na Facebook account ko po na Maya Morena Mangangatha. Pwede niyo po rin akong i-follow doon or i-add as a friend kung gusto. And meron po akong Facebook page na Ate Ibon. Meron po, nandun po yung iba ko pong napopromote na pinopromote ko pong online, may online write-ups din po ako doon and at the same time dito sa 8 letters po. And then yung Instagram ko po na Maya_Mangangatha po, nandun po yung personal, mga selfies ko doon na selfies and also yung poems ko po na nasusulat ko po doon, na pinopost ko po doon. Ayun po.
Ayun, maraming salamat Maya. Thank you so much. Suportahan po natin si Maya Morenang Mangangatha at yung kanyang akda na Nangungulilang Hardin. Ayun. Thank you so much Maya and looking
Thank
forward
you
to
din
your
po.
next book. Ayan, bye-bye.
Bye-bye po.
Okay. Bye-bye. Ayan, so natapos na natin. Konti na lang, dalawa na lang natitira na author sa backstage. So ang sunod dito, subukan ulit natin si Francisco kung mag-workout ba yung kanyang internet. Hi Francisco. Can you hear us? Nawala. Okay, ayan. Ako, yun na nga, medyo mahirap talagang internet connection sa Pilipinas. So, kailangan nating yun nga medyo maging patient when it comes to the internet connection. Pero there you go guys. I hope you're able to see or to watch kung ano yung mga nasa third batch ng 31 letters authors collection. Okay? Magiging available sila sa Manila International Book Fair this coming September. Ayan. Nakita ko na si Francisco. Sana sana mag-push through na to. Ayan. Hi, Francisco. Baka,
Hello,
ayan.
ma'am.
Ayan,
At
okay
resort na
na.
lang. Sa cellphone na lang.
Ayan. I think, ayan. Siguro naman mag-workout na to. I-test muna natin.
Fingers crossed muna.
Sige, pwede kaya na tanggalin muna natin yung video para audio na lang kasi baka mamaya yun nga, yung data. Ayan. Subukan natin kung mas okay ba to.
Audible
Okay na
ba?
ba?
Hello. Hello.
Ayun.
May audible.
Opo.
Sige.
Sige po, pakiulit po yung kaninang sinabi nyo na ang nakuha ko lang is yung funny story.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Nako, parang nawawala na naman. Nako. Oh my gosh. Siguro subukan na lang natin ulit, Francisco, sa susunod dahil mukhang hindi talaga kaya ng internet connection. Medyo mahirap talaga. Pero ayan guys, nakikita nyo naman, nasa harap natin yung book cover nga ng Phrases and Faces of a Sadness-Ridden Mind. Sana wag mas sad si Francisco. I-try na lang natin ito i-reschedule. Although kanina, nakita ko si RV rin, RV Bossway, para sa Our Peaceful Conflicts. Yun ang ating mga gentlemen, medyo nahihirapan sa internet. Nako, ayan. There you go. And we're supposed to have Coach Send as well today. Coach Send Orbilio, but I am not sure kung nasaan na ba siya. Baka busy pa siya. But yun nga, hopefully, ma-reschedule natin to itong tatlong authors na to. So we have RV Bossway of Our Peaceful Conflicts, and we also have Francisco Pineda. Ayan, maraming salamat sa pag-antabay dito sa ating Book Talk Marathon. This will still run until next week, next Saturday. And ayun na nga, bago natin tapusin to, again, a few housekeeping reminders. 2 weeks later, we'll have the Philippine Book Fair at the World Trade Center. Please don't forget, 8 letters will be under the Indie Publishers Collab booth. So this is just right in front of the food area. It's at booth T2 and T3. Okay, so it's very easy to find. We are under the Independent Publishers Collab booth. Okay, so nandun kami. There you go. Thank you so much, guys. Another Saturday. And by the way, tomorrow we have the workshop. We have the workshop for how to grow your economy as an author. If you haven't seen that ad, just head to our Facebook page. Nandoon yon. And if para kanino ba tong workshop na to? Growing your economy as an author. This workshop is for writers na gustong karirin ang kanilang pagiging author and para hindi lang kayo kumita from your book sales but also from other things because dapat madiskarte tayo when it comes to selling ourselves. Maybe, because the thing about publishing a book, it doesn't stop there. You can still with that book, you can actually sell yourself, like as a speaker, as a teacher. Maybe you can organize your own you know paano ba? Organize your own workshops for your books. So there you have it. We'll provide more information of that. But yeah, that will be all. Thank you so much. Bye.